Hi there, we are coming to you live from the Juneau-Douglas City Museum. I'm Nico Sanguinetti. I am the Curator of Collections and Exhibits here, and behind the camera we have Alyssa Borges, who is our Curator of Public Programs.
Hey everybody!
We know most of you are stuck at home and looking for things to do, and fortunately our galleries are closed to the public at the moment, but the galleries are still here, and we wanted to bring a little bit of our history and our story to you guys at home. So we wanted to start by talking a little bit about mining here in Juneau, and really what we wanted to talk to you about is gold. That's the main thing that was mined here. In 1880, George Pills, who was based in Sitka, he was a mining engineer, he offered a reward to any Native Alaskans who could bring proof of gold in the nearby area. And Chief Cowie brought a sample to George Pills in Sitka, and George sent up Joe Juneau and Richard Harris. And they ended up staking about 160 acres up Gold Creek, what we now call Gold Creek. And that was really the beginning of mining here in Juneau. And it started with a large group of small-scale miners just in their own spaces along the creek, finding gold for themselves. But within a year, what was a mining camp became more of a village and quickly grew into a town. And the main area that we started with mining was in Silver Bow Basin, which is up Gold Creek, back into the mountains a little bit. And there was also mining going on in the Lemon Creek area and then across the channel on Douglas. All of that started right in the 1880s, right from the get-go. The mining that began here is what we call placer mining, where they would use large jets of water to run gravel through sluices that would then separate the gravel from the gold. That kind of mining picked up the gold really, really quickly, and before the 10 years was out, by the 1890s, really they were switching to what we call hard rock mining, which basically means that the gold is being taken out of the rocks themselves. It's no longer really being found on the riverbanks. You can't just pick it up yourself. And the lode here in Juneau is actually really low grade rock, which means that there's not a whole lot of gold in it. And really, in order to have any kind of productive mining here, you need to be very efficient and be able to process a lot of ore. Because of that, a lot of the small mining claims quickly were bought up or grouped together, and then we really ended up getting the three large mines that most people hear about. The Alaska-Juneau mine, which had its mill right here in downtown Juneau, and the Alaska-Juneau mine, which had its mill down more by Sheep Creek, and then the Treadwell complex over on Douglas. And those mainly ran for 20 to 60 years, depending on the mine itself. The Alaska-Juneau mine actually closed in 1921 when they weren't really able to be cost effective with the amount of ore that they were pulling out. There was just too much and not enough gold coming out. The Treadwell complex mostly shut down in 1917 when there was a large cave-in that actually flooded 3 out of the 4 mines in the complex. And by 1922, pretty much all mining was shut down on Douglas at the Treadwell complex. The Alaska-Juneau mine managed to hold on until about 1944 when, because of World War II, labor was much more expensive, so they couldn't find people to work, and it just was not cost effective to have that mine open any longer. And then when the AJ closed, that was really the end of commercial mining here in Juneau. There's still some people that go out into the hills and do their own small-scale mining, but for the most part, that mining history is now done and over with. But it's really one of the only reasons that there is a kind of European settled town here in Juneau. And if you look at the landscape and everything, which I always tell people who are visiting us, take a look around, see the water, see the mountains, and most people know that there's obviously no roads to Juneau, so why would there be a town here? How did this become such a huge place? Why are we the capital? And really, when the United States bought Alaska, we were the largest town and continue to be the largest town for quite some time. So all thanks to this little rock here, this amount of gold was able to build most of what we know and see every day outside. So just a little tidbit about Juneau, and keep an eye out on our Facebook. We're going to be talking about new topics just about every day. We're going to be coming to you actually Facebook Live hopefully next week. And if you guys have questions, interests in history, or things that you are looking for in regards to research or things that you're studying at home, because I know a lot of kids are off school right now and people are probably looking for things to do and things to learn about, shoot us a Facebook message, give us a call. We're going to be here and answering your questions. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.